let's just get ourselves sorted. There we go. Wish it'd let me zoom when I'm not when I'm not live, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Right, so maybe if I start with a pink and this kind of off colour, maybe a few of these, definitely those. You think you've looked at all the colours in advance and then you realise you haven't. So today I'm actually going to be using a more realistic colour palette. Hello Ash Nature Lover, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well this wonderful evening. Well, it's evening where I am, it's probably not evening where everyone else is, but it is where I am. I hope you're all doing well. So it is yet another cat in a box. Isn't there a phrase about letting the cat out of the box? No, cat out of the bag. That's a series to do, cats in bags to let out. But yeah, so today, another kitty. And if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, let me know, because yeah, I'm here. So it is, what is it? It is 10 past 10 here in the UK, and I have had a busy week, so I have had a teeny bit of wine. So we'll see if that affects my ability to draw. If it does, this will never happen again. If it doesn't, I might do more in the evenings. Though that makes it sound like I drink a lot. Oh, thank you so much, Bucky Likes Beans. I'm so pleased that you've been able to draw. You've been so delightful in the comments all the time, and yeah, I always get really happy when I see your lovely name. So you've been here from very early on, so it's lovely that you've been able to catch a live. I'm going to try and draw a more realistic colour scheme. Hey, we can draw together. That's fun. But yeah, so today I'm going to try and do a bit of a more natural colour scheme. We shall see how that goes. I have been thinking about this series quite a lot, and I've been trying to decide if I do like real colour schemes or if I start drawing like green cats. You know, I think that could be really fun. Or like red, or just a really dramatic colour, you know. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like my art. But yeah, something like that could be really fun, I think. But I don't know, because I want to hopefully, fingers and toes crossed, turn this into some prints when I'm done. I'm hoping that it'll all kind of turn out the way I want it to. But yeah, I just wasn't sure whether people would be into brightly coloured cats. Yeah, I was thinking just like if I did a much more vibrant blue one, it could be like a water cat, and we could have a stone cat. Like basically we're just going through the elements. They're going to be anime cats. I don't know whether anyone here is familiar with the anime Shigukara, or I think it was actually a manga before that, but I watched that so much when I was younger. And basically it's about this girl who, so in this particular universe, people have like little eggs of, I want to say like potential. And so and when you're sort of reaching your potential, they kind of like hatch and you can transform into them in typical anime magic girl And it was just really cute. There was a cat boy, of course. Why wouldn't there be? But yeah, I fondly remember that series. I've not watched it in eons, because none of my friends watched anime at my school with me. And then I went to college, and by that point I'd kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say I got over it, but because that makes it seem like I viewed it as immature, but I just kind of wasn't as enthusiastic, you know? And then oh, that could be an interesting idea. Sorry, I was reading the thing. I didn't just randomly go quiet. I was reading the chat. But yeah, so Art Affiliated Nerd said, oh, you could, you know how you said it would be, you'd want to do dogs after, it could be pretty cool to do them in alcohol markers, and I agree. I also, to be fair, I also think a water cat could be really fun. Pokemon, that's another thing where you have types, isn't it? Like Pokemon of cats. Got grass type, water type, fire type, ghost type. Or is it poison? It's poison and ghost, isn't it? I've not played Pokemon. I've watched other people play Pokemon, but I myself have not. I feel like I should. I'm kind of, you know, like, I'm that age where lots of people would play a lot of Pokemon. Of course, go ahead, ask a question. I'm here for questions. I feel like cats are like the what is it? Fourth form. Is it? So you got water, air, solid, cat. You know, I mean non-Newtonian fluid, but cat. Ooh, okay, Bucky, that's a really interesting question. So Bucky has asked, I'm just going to read it. Poisonous ghost cat would be great too. So Bucky said, I don't know how long ago you started your channel, but I was wondering when you did start, did you like promote your channel or anything? Or did you kind of just post and hope people would see? Because they've started their own channel earlier this month. So I just started posting. I've not done anything to promote. It's funny you bring this up, actually, because my husband brought it up literally earlier today and was asking me how long I had had my channel, because in his mind, I've had it for ages. I have not. I have been posting to YouTube for just over a year. So it's kind of been a labour of love. Anyone who joins my lives will hear me say this, but I am not actually monetized, like not fully. I don't get ad revenue or anything. And so I'm just doing this for the fun of it. I really, it's an interesting challenge, you know. Nothing quite like putting yourself out on the internet. They say do things that make you uncomfortable. This is one of those things. And so I just like I've had an Instagram account for my art since I was 2019. I am in fact a vampire. Can you imagine? Just casually admit. I mean, if vampires were about, it would just be like, yeah, casual on YouTube, wouldn't it? Anyway, so back to the point. I started this channel, year and a half ago. I'm on Instagram and I have, I want to say like 47,000 followers, but that's through a number of years of work. Like I've really kind of, ooh, sorry, you fell over. Yes, so is it okay if I call you Callie? Although I do like Calicans, but yeah. So I don't have. So you need back end of YouTube. So I can offer what are they called? I can offer subscriptions, but I don't have the time, to be completely honest. I don't have the time in my day or week to make extra content that would be exclusive, and that just makes me feel bad. Like I don't like that at all. Whatever, like I want people to feel like they're spending their money well, and I just don't think that at the moment, with my job and everything, I don't think I can provide that. But so I qualify for that, and all the super chats and all of that kind of nonsense, but I don't actually qualify for ad revenue. I would need, I think it's 10 million shorts views in the span of 90 days. I think the highest I've got is 4 or 5 million. And that was from a video that went I say very viral, but it reached sort of 1 million, which is an outlier for me. And then I don't really make enough long form content. I know I should. The issue that I have with long form content is that I once I start editing, I realise I could phrase things better. I could have recorded it differently. There should have been other angles. And I just start kind of tearing myself apart. And then I don't post it because I am a nincompoop. So, yeah, 10 million is a lot. So I have a sneaking suspicion that I may end up reaching 100,000 followers, not followers, 100,000 subscribers before I actually get monetized, which would be incredibly funny. Like, could just, sod's law kind of thing, right? So, I'm glad that you like that. I hope you guys are enjoying it. You're in an exclusive club of 19 people. Oh yeah. But yeah, so it's interesting to be in the back end of YouTube and see how the sausage is made. Because I didn't think that I thought it was just purely subs, and then they qualify it to make sure that you're not trying to farm stuff out and what have you. But no, it makes sense, because I guess shorts views are much easier than a longer form. But yeah, it takes time. But yeah, I've been on Instagram for a while, and my my skill has substantially improved since I started posting on Instagram. It's really funny because one of my online friends has been she was massively pressuring me into posting and streaming. She said that I had the voice and the sense of humour for streaming. which I strongly objected to and really pushed back on. And now I'm really quite enjoying it. I think I just have to go at my own pace, you know. So thank you so much for thinking that my art's cute. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to do that monologue again, but at the end of the day, it's all driven by user behavior. So whatever it is that you guys watch and enjoy, that's what's going to be shown to you. So if people like what I'm doing, it will be shown to more people. This isn't me being like, now like and subscribe, but genuinely it's more the, you know, the algorithm shows people, like, it wants to keep you in on the app. Yeah, I know how it is, but you know, I can't blame YouTube for it. It's their business model. So like I know personally I don't watch a lot of like lifestyle stuff. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't actually watch many artists anymore because the green monster of jealousy is very, very strong in my little mind, and I don't need anything to encourage that horrible little gremlin from rearing its ugly little head and telling me I'm not good enough. So I try to, you know, try to keep my sanity as much as possible. So personally, I watch quite a lot of political content, and I also watch a lot of experts talking about what they like. For example, what is it, James Hoffman, who does like coffee reviews and coffee machine reviews. I don't actually like coffee, but I have watched a lot of his videos because I find it fascinating. So maybe one day I shall do that. But yeah, it's I know that the way that I could really figure out, like, get more views is to do more tutorials. And by do more tutorials, I mean do any. I just don't feel like I'm an expert. And that, I think, has been really hindering me sort of sharing this stuff. Because I don't feel like I'm an expert, you know. I'm not hired, like I'm not, this isn't my full-time job. My full-time job is in a somewhat creative sphere, but it's not this. So yeah, so the thing with tutorials is that I would want to make a tutorial for my younger self. And gonna see how many people are watching. And I have a strong suspicion that I'm autistic. I'm definitely ADHD, but strong TISM vibes. And I really needed more explanation than what I had at the time, and I found it really frustrating, especially watching. Oh, that's not right. What's that colour? Oh, that was completely the wrong colour. Oh. We'll do purple. Purple will fix it. Won't you, purple? But where was I going with it? Yeah, so I needed like really full explanations. The issue with that is a very long video. Like if I am trying to explain the exact colours that I am picking and why it's helpful, and then talking about breaking the figure down into shapes to then utilise that, and how I would then do that. And I'm sure it would be really helpful. I mean, one of these days I would like to do a live where I just narrate my process, but unfortunately that would then mean I wouldn't read anything because I'd be so focused on drawing. And so it just just makes it harder, you know, like trying to figure it all out. And then again, I don't know if people are going to be interested in that, because that's going to be a chunky video, and I don't quite know if people have the attention spans for it. Not that you lovely people here wouldn't, because you're coping with my monotonous drawing. But it's definitely something I think about quite a lot. I'll try and open it up a bit more, make it something that maybe more people will be into watching. But I also just natter on. Oh, hello from Suffolk. You're close to the Shires. I am from one of the Shires. But yeah, so it just makes it like I don't. Something that I've been meaning to talk about is that just because someone's a good artist doesn't mean that they're a good teacher. I've seen a lot of people posting courses and whatnot, and you go and look at their content and they've never done a tutorial or any explanation kind of in their life, and it just I understand. I had companies approach me for the same kind of thing. I don't know, I keep thinking back to when I was a kid and all of the thoughts that I had, and how I thought maybe if I had one more tutorial, if I learnt something different, I could finally crack the code, when really I needed to learn the fundamentals, and that had never really been taught to me. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think I like the purple as much over here. I think it works for the tail, but I don't think it works up here, so let's see if lightly. I don't like that either. We're having a fab old time here. Oh, I forgot when I was accused of having an AI voice. Yes, that was very funny. I've also had people in my comments, I've deleted them now, but I've had people accuse me of being an AI shill in a video in which I critiqued AI. That was funny. Yeah, strange how things kind of go. Oh, doing a live for the fundamentals, that'd be hours long. I'm not kidding. The fundamentals are like, I don't want to put you off the fundamentals, but it's one of those things where it impacts everything, so everything affects everything else. It's a very frustratingly layered knowledge set. And I wish it wasn't, because it'd make it easier to like write a script for. Because I've written about 7 scripts to try and explain it. Because it's essentially like what I want to do is a course on it, but the thing that I know the best is colour, and even then I don't feel like I know enough to teach other people. Like, I don't know, it just maybe I'm doubting myself a bit too much here, but I've always wanted to do that, and I always feel like, you know, I say this as someone who watches people who are not like in the field experts, but I just, yeah, like I don't feel like I know as much as I should, and then I see people who don't know enough talking nonsense, saying stuff like you shouldn't use references, which is incorrect. That is a daft way to do it, and sorry gang if you feel like you're superior because you don't use references. That's really great that you do that, but often I've found that when people brag about not using references, you can tell their proportions aren't quite right, their light sources aren't great, like unless they're a proper professional. But the reason that professionals don't use references is because they've drawn something so many times that it's like second nature to them. Yeah, references. So I'm going to be real honest with you. There's been a reference the whole time. It's just off camera. Because I am not I am not perfect. I did one of these without a reference, and that was stressful. I did not like doing that. I usually do this next to my computer, but because I'm recording and because I'm live streaming, hello, yes, it's a cat. Because I'm recording and live streaming, I do not live in a very big home. Oh, pardon me. I do not know what my stomach's doing, gang. I am so sorry if you can hear any of the grumbling happening over here. But yeah, so basically I usually have a computer near me because I'm also a gamer. And before I got back into art, I was big into video games, played a lot of like Overwatch before it went downhill. Yeah, just had a lot of fun with that kind of thing. And then got back into art, and I do a bit of both. Because why not? No one said you should only have one hobby. I feel like you should have all of them. I have not played Silksong. I am not very good at platformers. I play a lot of management games, so like think Oxygen Not Included. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Why'd you turn off? Did you overheat? No, you ran out of battery. Bugger. Okay. That was very short. Half an hour? You're a bit naff. Right, let's see. But yeah, something like 2 Point Hospital or 2 Point Museums I've been playing a lot recently. What else? Oxygen Not Included. Been trying to play a bit of Dwarf Fortress, but I am not good at that game at the moment. What else? I've been playing a lot of Ball X Pit recently. Oh, how could I forget? Hades 1 and 2. So good. Oh, so good. 10 out of 10 recommend. Just very, very, very entertaining. Voice acting, just incredible. Yeah, really, really enjoy. Also played Baldur's Gate 3. What else is there? Trying to rack my brains now. Yeah, I've not played Overwatch since the news came out about their chief exec and all the horrible things that happened to women within the company. So, which is a shame because I had a lovely group of friends that I used to team up with. It was really fun, but yeah. Oh yeah, I've played Graveyard Keeper. Graveyard Keeper's great. Okay, sorry, something sounded like it had smashed. It's my husband opening something. This is a very furry cat. I don't know how I've done that. We're just going to go with it. I played Dwarf Romantic quite a lot, actually. Oh, and I played like a crime scene. So there's Viscera Cleaner, I think it's called. Played that quite a lot. Crime Scene Cleaner, I think it's called. That was pretty fun. There's another one, I can't remember it. But anyway, yeah, so I've played a fair amount of video games. Oh, there are a few. Oh, there's one that I really enjoyed when I was very stressed at work, and it's called Going Under, and it's a roguelike sort of dungeon crawler, but it's got a lot of work-based puns in it. So it's about an unpaid intern working for this really awful company that goes under because they made a pact with this like evil Amazon equivalent that kind of sucked them dry, and but in the dungeons there's is it called Joblin, which is a bunch of goblins doing like 0-hour contract work, so like Uber kind of things, or like barista stuff. Just lots of puns around that. Then there was Winky Dink, which is like a horrendous dating app, and the boss of that is called Hansy or something. And then there's a crypto one, which is about the river Styx. But yeah, those were great fun. One moment, I'm just going to go back and check. Check the comments. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so Art Affiliated Nerd, I agree completely. So I used to be very good at painting, used to be my kind of preferred thing. So I try to keep, when I do acrylic markers, I try to keep the brush strokes as much as possible. And for those who are listening, the brush strokes is in inverted commas because they're not really, they're pen strokes. But yeah, kind of keeps its floofiness, which is cool. Because yeah, I used to be quite an expressive painter. But I live in a rental, which makes it harder to paint, because I'd really like my deposit back. The joys of adult life. But yeah. So I have always been interested in art ever since, since before I can remember, really. I did fall off it. I had a really, really dark patch. Some point I'll go into it, but it's why I'm really adamant that it's okay if you can't. It's okay if you can't create when awful things are happening. You're not a bad artist if you're not one of the ones that can create in survival mode. There are all sorts of different people, and sometimes being reflective on those darker times is better for some people, whereas others it's better for them to express it in the moment. When I am not feeling great, when I'm kind of bummed out, like a lot of last year, it really, really affects how I create. So yeah, but I've wanted to be an artist ever since I was very little, alongside wanting to be a vet, which I never became because my mum told me that it required a lot of studying, and so I decided it was not for me. But yeah, it's just something I've always had an interest in, whether it's painting or sculpture or drawing. When I was a teenager, I really, some people here have probably already heard me talk about it, but I really, really wanted to be a sort of graphic artist. I wanted to do comic books and graphic novels and stuff. But my my natural skill is more in thank you so much. But yeah, it's I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. I had one of these days, I'm gonna come in to one of these lives. I'm gonna have a game plan for what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this topic, instead of feeling like I am just meandering about as I draw a cat with a giant chin. But yeah, it's So I'm doing the outline, so I'm not gonna be looking at the chat as much. Not because I don't love you guys. You are wonderful, and I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to spend with me. I do not take that for granted. Well, if you're in the UK or Europe, especially at this time of night, if you are not, you know, going out, because I believe it was, oh no, that was last week, was payday week. Maybe it's this week. I can't remember. Losing track of time. Everything's going so fast. Sound like a little old lady now. I'm going to start telling you all how young you look, how you're all growing up so fast. I'm going to pinch your cheeks and everything. I'm trying to learn, so Rubik's Cube Cat said that they know that I'm not a cat person. I am trying to like them more through this process. Let's just say I can admire them from afar. I just don't want them coming near. Look, in my defense, scratched me when I was like, I don't know, I was like 6. I was told to let them in. No, I was told to let them out. That was it. This woman's cat, I was told to let the woman's cat out. So I opened the door, and I'm used to dogs, I grew up with dogs. Opened the door, and the cat looked at me. So I pointed to the door that I'd just opened. The cat looked at me again. So I tried picking up the cat to move it outside, because I'd been told to take the cat outside. And the cat scratched me across the face, which, like, as an adult, I know I shouldn't have done that. As a kid, I was doing what I was told, and I didn't understand what I had done wrong. Yeah, and ever since, just not been a fan of them. Unfortunately, I've befriended a whole bunch of friends who all love cats, so I can't really get away from them. But I do like my friends' cats. They're very cute. I know several people. Oh, that's not the colour you're supposed to be. I know several people who are allergic to cats and still own them. They just take a lot of antihistamines. I also know a cat who is allergic to like everything. Poor thing. She can't help it. Her name's Ember and she's dead cute. But don't tell her I said that. Because then she'll know that I like her and I like cats, thinking that I don't. Can't let them get too big-headed, you know. Yeah, I don't know how this ends up happening. I'm like, oh, I don't really like this thing. And everyone's like, actually, this is how I am. No, I don't like that green at all. I'm going to wait for that to dry. And then we are changing out the colour. Because I hate that. I don't think that looks good at all. I think that's just made the cat look very, very sickly. Have a lovely time. And I hope you have a good time Is it Sketcher Girl 110? Right, I'm going to darken some areas up because they're in shadow on the thing. I want this to be a bit more than what it is at the moment. Let's do that. Maybe get teeny tiny bit of pink. That wasn't the pink I thought it was. That's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Let's do this one. Yeah, that's a bit better. Do a bit of exaggeration. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you dry yet? Nope. I will say, another animal I don't like that apparently a lot of people like is horses. I think to try and help me keep my hand flat as a kid, my mum told me that if I didn't keep my hand flat as I fed the horse, that it would bite my hand off. And so I thought horses were going to bite my hands off. So I didn't really like them. I was always a little bit scared. No, I don't like that colour either. That is, nope. It needs to be blue again. Why are all my backgrounds blue? I'm gonna look really monotonous. What kind of background is Pleasure Nerd gonna do? Well, it's gonna be blue again. I don't think purple's gonna work as well with the colours I've picked. Oh no. We'll do the light blue to start with, and then I'll maybe I'll do a bluish purple or a purplish blue. Let's do a purplish blue. Oh no, that's actually warming up. So basically the green that I had used was sapping all the red from the colour scheme, and it was just really changing how it looked to me, and it was really bumming me out. Right. So now I've got, what is it? Who does the What's New Pussycat song? Tom Jones, there we go. I think it's Tom Jones. Welsh. Here is Tom Jones. Does ever so slightly, but not too much. Oh, Rubik's Cube, you missed the whole discussion in the chat about references. Yes, I do. I will always use a reference. I will tell you if I don't use a reference, and you will probably be able to tell. But have a good night. I hope you enjoy yourself, Bucky. And I don't know if I like that. Oh. Well, got a very mucky. There's quite a few. Lots and lots of people taking pictures of their cats mid-stretch or in boxes. Cats are very silly little things. I'm going to do what you're not supposed to in live streams and go a bit quiet for a bit as I focus. So I apologise, gang. I don't know what you guys like want to be called, by the way. I call you gang a lot. Don't know whether nerds would work. Some people might be a bit offended being called a nerd. I don't really mind, as long as there's not any like malice behind it, you know. It's one of those things. To be fair, I can tolerate being called quite a lot of things so long as people don't put... There's a certain tone, you know, when someone says something really nasty and you're like, oh, we're not on the same side. You don't view me as a real person, and that's going to be an issue. Okay, I think we'll be calling you guys nerds. I didn't realise how strongly you all felt about it. I'm very pleased. Oh, this is going to make drawing harder, giggling. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Oh, Nerd Fighter, I remember watching John and Hank Green in early YouTube. When the Project for Awesome first started. And now look at them. I don't know if I like that face anymore. I think it's your little snoot here, bud. I'm gonna need to... That's a satisfying sound. Neaten up your edges. Oh, it's not weird to say that I've got a nice infectious laugh. It is a huge compliment. Thank you very much. I hope it gives you as much joy as it gives me to giggle. I always feel a little bit bad when people are like, oh, I don't want to seem like a creep, and they compliment my laugh. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell people that it's completely fine to enjoy my laugh, because I enjoy my laugh too. So there's a little chat I can see going on about the markers I'm using. I have put them in the description of this video. I do not want to promote these. They are like a drop-shipped brand, and I have seen them available for like 70 quid. They are not worth that amount of money. You can't buy them directly from the seller, and the seller doesn't have like a website, so I am really uncomfortable promoting them. I am currently talking to a few acrylic marker brands to see if any are interested, because I don't want to highlight or use, because honestly I got these for my own personal use. How come I've got them? Because I bought them off one of those things, because I never expected to use these in front of people. But I am currently on a bit of a kick of doing acrylic markers. I actually genuinely really like how Molotow works. I've only got one of theirs, but they're really good. But yeah, I am trying to find an alternative to these ones, so that I can actually tell people what I'm using. Because at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys think that I am predominantly a content creator. I like just making art, and I want to share it. You might view it as like gatekeeping, but I've had them for about half a year. I got them for about, I want to say 25 quid. When I started using them recently, I looked up the brand. I couldn't find them, so I got them off Amazon. The listing that I bought them from changed completely. Completely different set of markers it's claiming that I bought. So yeah, I don't want to, basically I don't want you guys paying premium prices for a product that's more budget, you know? Like, I am not embarrassed to use budget products. So these pencil sketches, I actually use, oh hello, the pencil sketches that I do, I use something, erasable pencils called Helix, from a brand called Helix, and they're something like £4 for a pack of 10. Like, thank you so much. I'm glad you think that the cat looks cozy. But yeah, I think it's one of those things. I appreciate people may think that I'm gatekeeping. I just don't want you to be disappointed by trying to find something that the exact thing that I'm using, you know? Just it would make me feel terrible if you paid more than these were worth. Like, maybe I'm not cut out for being an influencer, but I never really wanted to be an influencer. I just wanted to share my art and my enthusiasm. And apparently to do that, you have to be an influencer, which is weird, you know? Like, I never really wanted to be in front of a camera. I mean, I guess technically I'm not, I'm behind. But yeah, I feel like I'm making this bit worse each time I go over it. Let's add some purple, and I think I've just made the head very fat. How have I done this? Oh, I know how, right. It's because that part is in shadow and I've not drawn it. And then the snoot. I really don't know. I think that's just how it announces that someone has joined the live stream. I am very new to live stream. Aha! Unicorn Papa is on the case. But I'm very pleased that people want to say hi. I think it's very sweet. I'm gonna give this a little bit of pink in the pores. A pause for the pause. A pause for the pause. A cause for a cause. A pause, a pause, a cause, a cause. Boop, ba-doo-ba-doo, boop. But Moses supposes erroneously. Moses, he noses his choices are not noses, but Moses supposes his choices to be. Yeah, I think the adding that shadow really did help this poor kitty's head. Right. We'll do a bit more because why did I do that? That doesn't make sense. Welcome to the section that we should entitle Pleasure Nerd Tries to Undo Everything and Makes It Worse. Nope, hate that. Hate that so much. I'm doing that immediately. But, well, whilst there's a lovely 23 of you here, are there any questions that you have for me? I'm going to redo the eyes. I think that's it. You know what? I think I might just make their face bigger. I think I made their face too small. I promise the face is coming back. Do I like bagut? Yes. Hello, hello. I mean, the thing about markers is that you just end up layering even more colours one on top of the other. So it's, we'll say it's part of the process, right? Right, I'm going to try and let that dry. In the meantime, add more fur. Something that has been really helpful for me is doing little lines. Oh, really? See, I think because of the, what are they called? And the alcohol markers, I don't mind it too much. The thing that gets tricky for me is, honestly, is trying to record it for all you lovely people. Because when I do it myself, I'm twisting and turning all the time. But when I'm doing it for you guys, I am trying to stay over here so I'm not breathing into the phone, especially when I'm not live streaming. So I'm wearing my proper mic at the moment. But when I am doing it just in my office. Hurry up and dry. I don't, so ends up just being me breathing into the microphone, and that's not very appealing. Right. Now, for anyone joining, we are trying to wait for this acrylic marker to dry. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to have a glass of wine. So, one moment. I'll mute myself so you don't hear slurping. Yeah, it's always hard trying to keep it in front of it, but it is what it is. And sorry for that brief interval. I feel like I should have a piece of paper with a drawing on that just says like, drink break. I don't want to gross you out with my weird mouth noises, because people get weird about that. Like I'm sat here trying to make mouth noises. I do, this is just how my mouth works. So sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Since doing more kind of content creation on YouTube, I don't know why I've given them a pig nose. But yeah, people have been like, most people, again, lovely. Every so often, you'll just get someone coming in just being really unhinged. It's always from a certain kind of group of person too. Yeah, I don't know how to play music in the background. Have a good night for those who have jumped off. Oh, I do not like that. I don't like that at all. It's going terribly wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that looks dreadful. But Moses chose us to be. But yeah, I'm figuring out the live streaming stuff. In theory, I should do it through what is it called? But like a third party thing. I'm currently doing it directly through YouTube. I don't. I think it's because it's within a short amount of time. But I am also not YouTube, so can't really attest to what they do and don't and why. Right. I'm tired now. I want to finish off the face. Hurry up. Do you know what's going to happen? I'm going to draw exactly the same face that was previously there. Hopefully slightly better this time. Moses, he knows it. His choices are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. And Moses chooses not roses. It's interesting what you remember, because I had a friend who I used to talk about singing in the rain a lot with. I don't really quite know why. We used to talk about the goons and the goodies and all sorts. Oh, I mean, to be fair, Disney are quite litigious, I think. Like, they've taken down Etsy. They're very protective over their branding in every way except for when it comes to AI, which is weird to me, but I am not Disney, so I wouldn't make the same kind of calls that they would. But then I also don't make the money that they do, so I don't like that. Thank you very much for thinking it's pretty. Right. This is a lesson in what it looks like for an artist to overwork their work in real time. I might need to go back over that with a pen. Not one of these, but a different, like a black pen. I do have some music that I pay for in my my longer form videos, the background music, which I quite like. Although my dad keeps telling me that he hates that I keep using jazz. My dad is very much into prog rock, is upset when I do not use it in everything I make. He seems to think that they're going to give me permission to use it, which is sweet. Right, are you dry? You are. I'm going to use a smaller pen. I'm going to do 0.1 instead of 0.3. Yeah, I think you're looking much better than before, aren't you, my love? Yeah, you're a happy little kitty. Happy fat kitty. The best kind of kitty. And yes, I do talk to my drawings. I don't know, it just feels a bit more like they might actually be good if I'm nice to them. Much like my computers, to be fair, I do talk, although slightly more patronising towards the computers. Right. Boop. Or should you be more pink? Let's try with with a bit more pink. Yeah, no, I like that a bit more. Right, well, I think I am almost done, gang. I'm just going to do a couple of little decorative blue little nuggets. Maybe in a darker blue. Not quite done yet because I need to do the what are they called? Whiskers. I think the whiskers are always going to be the last thing I do on my cats, or at least try to make them the last thing. I just tried to do little wispy things just to make it a bit more interesting. Ever since that raven where I did it with the pink. I don't know, it's just done something where I'm like, I just want to just add something. It just really brings something to it that I really like. Like the cat's got in the paint or something. I don't know, it's cute. I like it a lot. But yeah, I'm coming towards the end. So I'll just do this. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat now. And if you don't, that's okay. There'll be another one. My next live is going to be on Sunday. I will aim for 2 p.m. GMT, but I can't guarantee it will be 2 p.m. but that's what I'll aim for. So yeah, I'll just quickly check and get out of town. So Callie, you are my very first super chat. That's so sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh, you've gone and made me genuinely speechless. Thank you. That was incredibly sweet of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're my very first. So thank you. It is currently 24 minutes past 11 for me. I just went and leaked everywhere. Let's just distribute that a bit more. But yeah, thank you. It was so wonderful of you. Thank you. I will definitely have a cup of tea on you. And yeah, I hope. Yeah, time zones are weird, man. But yeah, I think that's me done for today. What do you guys think? Thank you for joining me on this. It's been really, really wonderful. I've had so much fun. And that one's going to be the next day. But yeah, I can show you what we've got so far. Got the lovely raven. We've got that little kitty. And we've got this little kitty. This one. Do I have any on the other side? No. That one. So, thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. And if I don't see you on Sunday, have a lovely week. thank you so much for your time. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. It's incredibly kind of you. I'm gonna be blabbering on about this for a while. Genuinely so sweet. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye.